That's good.
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 Everything's good.
Good.
Chat this week, boys.
Awesome.
Us?
All right.
Good.
Yeah, good chat. We're done. That's it. Thanks for coming out. All right.
E3 was good. Over.
That's it. Yeah. What do you figure? E3 was good. Thanks.
Nice.
No.
It was very nice.
E3 was very nice. How's everybody been?
Are we recording?
We are.
Right
Yeah,
now?
we're on right now.
We're recording.
Yay.
How you doing?
Welcome to New
Welcome.
Invaders. We come from the gaming streets. We are not industry insiders. I paid for E3 myself. We are not holders of special privileges. We deliver streaming content and news by gamers, for gamers, all the time. So
All the time.
anyway,
All the time.
yeah. So with that, without further ado, what's going on?
I'm Schizo. This is Robo. And that's Digital. Hello. What's been going on?
Yeah.
What's been going on? How's everybody? How's everybody doing?
How was your week?
It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
What have you guys been playing?
I've been putting a lot of miles on my Nintendo Switch, playing a lot of Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
Which has
been
been a lot of fun.
I'm doing a little bit of Monster Hunter. I can't leave it alone.
A little bit of a little bit
Does it
of
make a
Monster
change?
Hunter.
It's genuinely been
Listen
a
to
little
this,
bit of Monster
man.
Hunter. They brought out the arch-tempered Chiron. I hate that monster, and they brought it out, and I need that armor. And I'm going to get that goddamn armor.
Listen to this guy.
I barely
A
played
little
any Monster
bit.
Hunter.
To be fair, you have actually been on the Xbox this week. I'll play Monster Hunter. Playing Elder Scrolls with me.
There it is.
Yep. Playing some Elder Scrolls. Loving some Elder Scrolls.
Getting back into a bit of Overwatch too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that Darren is on there playing Overwatch right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you still got it on your hard drive there, Digital?
I think I do. I'd have to check.
There you go.
Yeah.
Overwatch is...
Pretty sure I do.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure I do.
Overwatch, I feel, is like one of those games where you just jump into it and
Yeah.
you play like, 4 or 5 matches. If shit's going your way, you'll continue. If shit's not going your way, you go off play another game.
That's right.
You know,
You
but
blame the rest of your team and then you move on.
That's right.
yes, of course. Yeah, I mean,
Especially
I'm
data.
never the one. You're not pointing at me. 'Cause I am the sick healer. So don't believe him. Don't believe him, world. He knows not what he talks about. I am number one.
I'm going in for 2 seconds here.
I brought all my Hatchimals.
Okay, Quinn.
What? Oh, Daddy, look.
Yeah, I know.
Security camera.
Yeah.
Are we paused?
Mommy's
No.
gonna get on me.
We're not paused? All right, I just went to
Okay,
dead
fine.
air.
Sorry. No.
That was
My
my
daughter
daddy
came.
dance.
My daughter came and asked me a question, and then proceeded to tell me that my wife left to go get the people that she babysits.
Good.
Yes. I'm glad that she did. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
keep going.
Thinking about getting into the new season of Diablo. Going to run a Crusader. Yeah, I think that's where you're going. I'm going to totally take Robo hostage into that world, and maybe others follow, maybe they don't. But I will drag him into the Diablo 3 world because the seasons look good, man. I mean, the armor set they're giving out is really good for a Crusader. And this season is double treasure goblin spawns.
Really?
So, triple. That's even better than double.
Triple is better. Everyone likes it.
is.
It's because everyone likes a 3-way better than a 2-way. Right?
I don't know.
That's right.
I don't know.
Is that it?
I don't know if I can agree with you.
Oh, okay.
But I
His
just-
boyfriend gets jealous.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So how was E3 Digital?
Oh, I did a thing, didn't I?
You did.
I
There was
did.
something happening.
There was something happening. Yes, for those that were not following or did not know, I was at E3, and it was good. And that's all I have to say about that. No, I'm only joking. This is an entire E3 show. 1 second.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave you.
He was at the E3s over in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Lovely.
Very,
Lovely.
very good. Conferences. Did you watch them all? Most of them?
1 second. Quinn, go. Please.
I think we did a couple of live streams.
Oh yeah,
And I'm sure Digital has sat in on some things, told us some things
10
about
seconds.
some PUBGs and the whatnots.
yeah, a few conversations, but no, the mainly watched Microsoft conference. Thought it was very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Excited for a few new things.
There's a lot of shit coming out that I'm excited to see, man, and most excited for Anthem.
Oh yeah,
I shouldn't be. I'm kind of excited for New Division. I say new. It's not really. It's still the Division. But, get in on the beta and hopefully things feel a little different,
I was watching an article earlier and that they built the game first for Endgame and then structured it. Whereas
That's a
last
good way to
time
do
you
it.
got to the end and it was like
Yeah.
you do this one. What was it? What did they call the strike? It wasn't a strike. It was a.
I think it was, did they call it a raid? It was a raid, right?
I don't think it was a raid. It was you know what I mean. The one we had to go in and blow up the tank. It wasn't a raid. Though.
Oh, yeah. What? Shit. Yeah. Remember when that shit was released? It was broken immediately and you could shoot the tank from outside the wall?
We didn't do that, but people did.
No, we didn't do anything. I wouldn't capitalize on anything like that.
Digital was the type. He was awful.
Yeah. I mean, the game playing through it was. I really got nothing super positive to say about that. But when that was over, that was it. You were done. The other content they released was just. If you did it legitimately, like we did every time, then it would be. It was very hard for little rewards, and they really didn't give a shit about the end game. They fixed it up though, man. They ran a lot of shit on that game.
I thought it was going to be. See, to me, I thought going in, it was going to be like a proper survival game where you need to get resources to live in this city.
Yeah.
You need to get food. You need to get water, which would have made it like a survival game. I thought that.
Yeah.
Oh, child emergency. All right.
Yeah. I figured that I could see that's the game we wanted. We wanted the game that's like a State of Decay with that city thing, and that's the game we thought we were getting.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what delivered. But they changed a lot of shit, and I tell you what, man, I try to live life as a glass half full kind of guy. So hopefully when next one comes out, even that one little tidbit they showed me, I got to tell you, man, as soon as they showed me it, I love Division for the time I was there.
Yeah.
But once I collect everything, done that, and you know me, Schizo overkills any game he likes.
No.
Like I beat that shit down to the ground.
No.
Every time.
No.
I mean, no. But
We've never done that.
No, I'm not currently over 700 hours of Monster Hunter.
No, you're not.
That is not me.
No.
But if Division 2, like even that little bit that I seen where they were knocking the armor off the heavy guy outside the plane, that little gameplay demonstration, I even like that. I mean, I'll run into it, but I won't run into it ever again with a season pass and shit. I'll go standard for days. That's all you're getting now.
Got burnt on Destiny with that one.
Yep.
I'm with you, man. I'm on board with standard editions now. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I guess season pass is fine, but you need to prove, like Far Cry 5, we have at the minute, like we're playing through that.
Mm-hmm.
And they've proved that game's going to be awesome. So going in now, I'd be happy to buy the season pass after. Like there's no reason to buy it up front.
No.
And there's also no reason to pre-order a game, say like a Fallout 76, right?
From
that gives you the beta access, right? So exactly. Right?
Oh, yeah.
So those types of things are that like there's no reason because
Yeah.
you're buying an unlimited quantity thing. Like, it's not going to go away. It's not. You don't have to wait in line for it. It's just there. So
they go this strategy though that they offer really kick-ass physical shit, not digital shit. Like that time a couple of years ago, they did the Pip-Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You could get a Pip-Boy edition. They did the Power Armor
that's
helmet
what I mean.
edition. That's the fucking smart way to do it, man. Like stop giving people edges in games and shit like that, because that pisses everybody off, man. But if you offer like physical stuff, man, I don't know if you guys can remember, but like the Modern Warfare games, they came out with some sick shit. Like one came out with like that little drone that has the explosives on back of a little RC car. One came out with a working pair of night vision goggles. That's the way to do it right there, man. Yeah. Stop giving people the edge. I'll be down with that.
Have you seen the collector's edition of the Red Dead Redemption 2?
I haven't. Nope.
Comes with like deck of cards, map, like I think there's a case and all with it. It's like $200, but it doesn't come with a game.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Why? People are like, does it have a downloaded game version of the game? But it doesn't. Then why would you have? If you're a collector and you're getting a collector's edition, why would you want a download version? But it doesn't even come with that.
Yeah.
See, I think
you don't. You mean you don't get the actual? You don't get the actual thing, like the.
Not on the collector's edition, which has like all the stuff, like the maps and I don't know if it has a statue, but it's got a whole load of things.
Yeah.
Deck of cards, coins.
And it's probably got digital content, but it doesn't come with the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have digital. This is just for collectors. You think it would have the game? There's another thing. There's the Ultimate Edition. I think comes with some stuff. But it also comes with two separate story missions.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to pre-order the game and get the Ultimate Edition to get these missions. That's annoying.
Well, it feels it's being separated, right? At first, the idea of pre-order bonuses and shit was like that's just something that comes with the game. It's like something small that comes with the game to show that you got the game and the pre-order or whatever. Mm-hmm. But now it seems like that's trying to break off, and not even. It's like, oh, that's coming out, but it doesn't have the game, and you got to buy the game, and you got to buy that.
Well, I guess they're catering towards the ultra hardcore, right? I mean, it's the ones who want to get in depth, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm down with that because, you got to have a shelf behind you when you're playing games filled with all your fucking weird game shit and stuff like that, That's cool, but
you don't have to.
I mean, you don't have to.
I don't.
No, I don't either.
I buy the standard shit.
So,
I like the
but
game.
Yeah. Collector's editions and shit like that, I mean, I won't buy anything, any more content like that.
The special edition comes with bank robbery mission and a gang hideout. They sound like things I'd want to have in the game.
Yep.
But that's you have to have the that's the I think it was the special edition. The ultimate edition comes with some sort of ransom pins, a map, cards, a metal lockbox, a bandana thing, a few other things. $200, but it doesn't come with a game.
Lovely.
That's
interesting. So, like I said before, I sort of was at E3 this week, and it was glorious. Glorious. Everything you could possibly want and more. You really need to cookie cutter up your time, though. It is intense. So the whole thing spread across a couple of city blocks downtown. They shut off the street, essentially, in one kind of middle area. Coming at it from a guy who was with the gamers and all that. We obviously don't have media access or VIP or anything like that. That'll be kind of my first comment. This is only the second year. I know there's growing pains since they've opened it to the public.
Yep.
There's room for improvement, but all in all, it was good. There's 15,000 people on the show floor, and with all that, you're there with people who are just as excited as you are. Everyone was high-fiving each other. There was everyone's waiting in line. There was lots of yeah, man, it's cool. Yeah, I played this, I played that. even though it was insane, everyone
Yep.
was very like well behaved for that many human beings being together. Right? You're expecting kind of like, oh my god, what's going to happen? Right? And but no, it was awesome like that. So in terms of the general attitude of everything was really good. As soon as you walk in, it's overload. It's sensory.
yeah.
It's sensory overload. There's shit everywhere. There is lights and explosions and fucking. There's like all sorts of live casts going on, and it's like, what the fuck? Like it's crazy. And you do have to step back for a minute and go. Like I had to go outside and like there's a bunch of food trucks on one side. I had to go outside and just chill out. Had a beer and all that, and got some food. And I was like, okay, I can go back.
Yeah.
But you do need to take a breather because it's like, wow, it's just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
So
Much.
oh, it's too much. You'd lose your mind if you were there the whole time and didn't go outside or didn't take a break or anything like that. Then there was there was the basically two different conference centers. One was basically developers, Activision, Bethesda, things like that. The other was they had PlayStation, Nintendo. They took up the majority of the floor space, but then you also had Indiecade, like so for independent developers, there's some PC stuff, VR, Facebook Gaming was there, Mixer, Twitch. So all those guys were there doing their own thing. Mixer had a massive fucking footprint. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Which we are now streaming on. So those types of things to see were really cool. So then outside of all that, there was also a big PlayStation tent outside. GameSpot had a battle rig. There was in between kind of the two conference centers and then the Novo, which is where all the E3 Coliseum was, and that was where they did all the presentations and stuff. You could stream all that, watch all that. It's all on YouTube for E3 Coliseum. There's a lot of good content on there if you guys want to check it out. But in between there was Xbox Experience, and they had exclusively Xbox. That was in the Microsoft Theater. That was kind of the place to go for me. It had the lesser of the lines, I'll say. There was still a lot of lineups and stuff. But there was still less people in that than there was in, say, like Super Smash Brothers, which you needed tickets for. So for an example of how you have to cookie cutter up your time, I got emailed a ticket to go play Smash Brothers between like 2 and 2:30 or 2:15, 2:45, something like that. But I was at the Novo watching a conference before that. I think can't remember which one it was. Anyway, one that I wanted to see. So I ended up watching that. And then by the time I got out of that to get back over, it was like too late. It was like my time was expired. So that you really have to figure out what you want to do that day because you can't do everything. It's impossible. So
What's movement like? Like going between areas? Does it take a while? You feel like you're walking
the show floors
15,000 people?
the show floors take a while, especially if you're trying to do stuff and see everything. Like I tried to see everything first. So my first walkthrough was just a walkthrough. I didn't do anything. That was the first morning I went through. Now, the only thing my pass gave me on the business pass side of things was I was allowed on the show floor early, like 2 to 3 hours earlier. So I didn't really take advantage of that like I should have. There was lineups because those are very limited. My first comment about the way they did things, I think they need different tiers of passes because the one that I had allowed me in earlier, but sometimes I wanted to see some shows that didn't allow me to, or some presentations that didn't allow me to take advantage of the earlier time. So because I did that, I ended up going in with the gamers, like the gamer pass people, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you're then in line, you're then fighting to get to the games and all that stuff. So if they created some sort of other tiered system like a VIP or something akin to like a media pass, but not being media, and you were allowed that kind of access, I would gladly pay for that. That allowed you to go into that level of things because it would allow for a lot more. You'd be able to get to a lot more stuff without being held back by lineups. And I don't mean lineups inside. Like I said, everyone was very good. I mean the lineup outside. They said like, I think there was one day we were allowed in at like noon. I think it was noon. and I missed, so I was able to go in at like 9 or 10, and then noon was the time for everybody to go in. And when the time came around, I had already watched conferences, so it was like 11:45 or something like that when the conference I watched ended. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just walk in, but you can't just walk in. You have to get the other lineup shit. So so it was just there's room for improvement for sure. But no, all in all, it was good in terms of people. But it is very overwhelming, and you really do have to pick what you want to do because it's insane. Like,
Yep.
there is no shortage of things. But my favorite personally was Xbox Experience. Not just because we're Xbox people, but because I think it was a little more well laid out than the rest. And I also felt it had better demos set up than everybody else. Like, not better demos in terms of the games, but in terms of how they were set up. I think those were a lot better. The cross-platform, the only real couple of cross-platform games I played were Street Fighter Arcade, and I played Mega Man 11. Both excellent. Mega Man I will be buying for sure. I don't know, I can't remember if they announced Resident Evil 2 Remake before E3. I don't know if that was a surprise or not. But they definitely...
I didn't hear it before.
I didn't hear it before, but they definitely had it set up for it. So they had a massive, like, giant Raccoon City set up, and I sent pictures of it and I uploaded them on Instagram, but there was a lot of, like, Raccoon City stuff set up. There was a car outside with like zombies dressed up on it, like, and you can get your picture taken inside the car with the zombies trying to get you. And it was fucking crazy. It was awesome. Except the 3.5 hour lineup to go play the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there was a lot of people there with these signs. So they're basically event coordinators, and they're holding up signs that says line capped. And the reason they do that is because the lineups got so crazy that they were actually meandering into the show floor, and you had to kind of like shimmy your way through these people who were waiting to play one game or another. Obviously, Black Ops 4 was very busy, and Smash Brothers was quite busy. Anything Nintendo was very, very busy. And then and Nintendo had a monster footprint there. And and then the other thing too was Resident Evil was quite busy. So, there was no shortage of the line capped things, right?
Yeah.
So when you get there, eventually the coordinators got to understand how long it took for someone to get from one end of the line to the other. So I'd be like, okay, well, how long is it here? Oh, it's 3.5 hours. Holy fuck, So then you got to make the gamble. Do you want to wait to play this game for 3.5 hours to play it for arguably, keep in mind, these are like pre-alphas. They're E3 builds, so they're not the complete game. You don't get to select missions and stuff like that. You get a very linear, this is what you're playing. And then, like, so for instance, I played Battlefield, which is, it's going to be awesome. So Battlefield 5, or V, whichever you wish to use.
Victor?
Or Victory. The way they had that set up, again, like I was saying, Microsoft, I think, had everything set up kind of the best because they had it very regimented, very timed. So for Battlefield, for example, you had a timed mission. It took place over 2 days. There's no like veering off to do this and that. It's all like it's the full map, and you get the full idea of the game and all that. But as soon as that's over, whatever team wins, you're done, and then everybody takes their headsets off, and then off you go, and then the next 48 people walked in, right? So it was very like, go, done, go, wait, right? So that I found was a lot better than, standing in line, because for instance, when I was playing Mega Man, I waited an hour and a half to play Mega Man, and then there were people that were sitting there kind of like longer than others. And I figured out that they were like, so I did a bit of spam shooting. So if you're not familiar in Mega Man, like, you can respawn kill, or spam shooting sometimes it's called. So you'll get a bunch of enemies come in, you go off the screen a little bit, you come back, they come back, you go off, they come back, you go off, they come back. And the whole idea is to get your energy back up to go fight a boss or whatever. Well, some people were doing that and getting free men and keep continuing on and playing longer. And nobody said anything or anything like that, but if you have a few people doing that, that takes away from the other people in the line. So then, in turn, adds to the wait. So back to the original point is you really, if you're going to spend 3.5 hours waiting to play a game for arguably 20 minutes to half an hour, 4 hours of total time, that's almost half your day of
one thing.
doing one thing. So you really have to sit back and go, okay, is this what I want to play today? Or do I want to go see Phil Spencer talk at Coliseum, which is what I did, right? Like, I wanted to see some developer talk and stuff like that and try and meet some of them. I talked to the guy from Sea of Thieves, or the creators of Sea of Thieves and stuff like that, right? So that for me was better than waiting to play a game for 20 minutes, even though playing a demo before, or an E3 build before anybody else could play it, is awesome in itself. It's one of those things is, do you want to commit the time? So that's where I'm thinking, like, different passes or different regimented times or whatever. I'm not an event coordinator. I have no idea how you do it. Like I said, these guys did a phenomenal job with the amount of people that were there. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Is like, how do you fix that? How do you make it better, kind of thing, right? So
Yeah.
You'd have a day where you have the like of not the media but not the public, and have a day where it's just them. So say
like gamers.
Monday.
Yeah.
Like a Monday would be media / not quite media, but trying to be, that sort of, and then not public.
That's hard to do as well because there's so much money invested into the media side of things and so much logistics of getting people there. Like, it isn't, you have celebrities who are coming in and talking about this stuff. Like, there's Jason Mewes is doing a thing on Facebook gaming and stuff like that, right? So these are people that, arguably some of them live in LA, but these are people that you can't just say, like, well, not today,
Yeah.
for one reason or another. And they have a big footprint there, like, so I don't think it's not that easy to do.
I kind of want media to get more access though, because you've got all the people there, but if they want the media to see it, so then they can push it on to everyone who's not there. More.
I do agree with the way it's going. I just think, like I said, I don't know how exactly to do it, but there's definitely some ways to clean it up to make it a bit more streamlined and stuff like that, because there was definitely like gamer fatigue where people were just sitting outside going like, I want to play this, but I'm not waiting for a day and a half to go play it, right? And like there was a lineup, like it was over at 7 most nights, or 2 nights I think it was over 7, one was over at 9. I can't remember the times anyway, it's all a blur. But I know the last day was over at 6, right? That was the last Coliseum thing, and then there was the Sub Nation after party for that afterwards. But they had lines capped at like 1 in the afternoon or 2 in the afternoon, and the people capped lines were just like, nah, that's it. Like, this dude in front of me is the last dude who's gonna play this. Like, because it was just that long to do it, right?
Yep.
So I don't know how to do it, but I just definitely think there's room to fix that and to make it a little bit better, easier. I don't know, but so something like that. But no, I enjoyed it though. Other than that that type of thing. But I do agree with the way that it's going though. Like I was saying before, it's seems kind of like I actually overheard this dude, and I don't remember his name. Even if I did, I wouldn't mention it. But let's just say industry insider badge. And said like, oh, it was better when they didn't let any of these people in because now it's too busy and stuff like that. Well, I see your point. I really do, because it was madness. However, you're going to an event showing off all of this great stuff and all of this new, and these people are excited. They want to see, the Phil Spencers and the Todd Howards as much as anyone else. Like I went to a Coliseum with Todd Howard, and I was like almost in tears because I'm a monstrous Bethesda fan, right? It's probably one of my favorite companies. But to have someone say like, oh, you guys shouldn't be here and all this stuff, it seemed kind of silly because I'm like, wait a minute, you work for an industry that's trying to sell us this shit, and if you go to an event that's just you, what do? You're just saying it to a bunch of people who are already in the industry, right? So it doesn't make much sense to me that you'd have something like, oh, well, it should only be the people reporting it and the people who are in it, and then we can tell the outside world what our secret little stuff is going on and all that shit, right? They still kept all the mystery, and they still kept all, like, I have more questions now than I ever did when, because I was there, right? So it's not like you get super duper industry insider stuff. Like, they still keep stuff hidden, and they still only release certain things, and there was questions asked, and they were like, we can't say anything on that yet, so.
Yep.
So none of that's changed. But now you have people there who can try it out, who can say, oh, fuck yeah, I'm buying this game, or you're there and you're buying the merch and stuff like that too, right? So the room for growing is way better. So it's better this way.
Yeah.
It's definitely better this way, right, to allow people in. But yeah, no, I mean, I would definitely like some sort of VIP-ish higher access, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah. Whatever it may be, I would pay more money, or do different stuff, or not necessarily monetary wise, but do different stuff to get it. Right. And then another suggestion I had that I put in my review of it at the end there, they give you a survey. And the other thing I had was like, kind of like, there was a bit of it. There was like, so the app told you different things, but there was also Fanguru and things like that there. So they help you get swag and events and stuff like that, but a little bit more of get people engaged to go to check out certain things and check out this. And if you check in here, we'll give you a coupon for this, or we'll give you this, or a bag here and this and that there. Because even if you were just a gamer on a gamer pass, that's $250 right? That's $340 Canadian, right? That's expensive, right? That's for the whole thing. That's for the whole thing, and you have access to everything, but in the gamer line, right? So that's still a lot of money for a lot of people. And then obviously your stay and your flight there and blah, 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 right? So you're talking just to go in general is $1,000 to $1,500. That's just to go. That doesn't include buying all your shit and blah, 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 right? So it's still quite an investment for someone to go. So I think a little bit more of a like, hey, thanks for coming. Here's some shit, right? And there was some of that, but you had to like get there early enough, or there was only a certain amount of it, or like the first 200 people, or blah, 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 right? So I don't know, again, I have no idea how you do it, but some sort of thing through the app where it says, hey, come here at this time and get this and try this and we'll give you this pin, or right? So like I got pins. I got pins.
Did you get any nice swag?
Yeah, I got a golf shirt. I got another what else? I got a t-shirt, golf shirt, a couple of lanyards, pins, stuff like that, right? Like you got stuff for like waiting in line to play the games, right? But yeah, they're like, thanks for taking 2 hours of your time to play this game, because nice. Like the people who are there work for the companies, right? Like Capcom employees were the ones organizing the whole thing. So it's not these people aren't just blasé, I don't give a fuck, right? They actually care, and they're answering. Like if you ask them questions, they answer questions about all of it, right?
I was gonna say, what do they like to talk to when you're? Do they chat with you when you're in the line, or?
Oh yeah. So when I was waiting for Battlefield, or Battlefront, sorry, or Battlefield, sorry again.
Battlefield, get that right.
There we go. Not Battlefront.
Technically, it's the same company. So
it is, yeah.
Both.
But no, Battlefield. The Sea of Thieves guys were right behind me, and while I was waiting in line, I was chatting with them and asking them, like, what.
Rare?
Yeah. It was the Sea of Thieves crew, but it was Rare, right? They all work for Rare, but it was that crew. And they were there, and they all worked on the game, and they were chatting about like what they could, but you do have access to these people. Like, I would have liked to talk to like. I was trying to get to the mic to ask, Phil Spencer some questions and Todd Howard and them guys, but there was, as soon as they said, do you have any questions, like fucking 350 million people raise their hands, so it's pretty hard to do or to get any attention, right? But so you do get access, and they do talk to you, right? So that shit that's really cool. Like I loved talking to all of the people I did get to talk to, right? So. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how you'd make it any better, but other than the things I suggested, but in terms of actual what was there, it's mind-boggling. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I did not walk away going, wow, I wish I could have done more stuff. I was like, holy shit, there's almost too much. It's almost too much. But it did warm my little gamer heart.
Yep.
Because every day you walk in, you're just like, oh, I'm here. I've made it. It's overwhelming. It's beautiful.
And you got that sick Fallout jacket.
Oh,
that company you were telling me about.
Yes, there's some independent people there, and these guys made like medieval influenced gamer influenced kind of attire. I can't remember how you pronounce their name, but I'll get it. I'll drop it in the comments. But yeah, man, they were awesome, and I bought a very expensive jacket, but it was a very good jacket. But they're handmade.
It looks like it looks like the Fallout jacket.
Yeah,
the Vault jacket.
It looks like a Vault jacket from Fallout 76 from Fallout.
Yeah, like legit, like wicked quality.
Yeah, I'll get it. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. And there was like they also did like an Assassin's Creed overcoat. The guy was walking around with like, and it's like the real deal. It's not like some kind of cheap shit. It's like if they had it made, that's the way it looked. Yeah, it's really cool shit, man. Yeah.
They must make a killing there though. I'm sure the merchandise they sell there is just unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
You'd have to imagine it's a good quality.
Yeah. I mean, Cindy's worked in the industry. She worked as a leather worker for a little while, making gloves and shit. And man, it's cool shit. Like when she worked there, some people did some Helsing anime stuff, and it was cool.
This is my Vault jacket.
Nice.
Yes.
You need to get the yellow stitching in the back for.
I do. I need to get 76 put in the back.
There you go. Yeah.
No, it's mint, man.
And
they're all hand stitched and handmade, and they had racks of stuff. I was like, what the fuck? So there's loads of it. I mean, it's handmade, and each one of these, they source everything locally in states, right? So obviously it's going to be more expensive. This is not Walmart pricing, but it's fucking well made. Really well made.
Yeah, like you seen like an Assassin's Creed overcoat and all that shit.
There was an Assassin's Creed 3/4 length overcoat. It was like $600, but man, fucking cool. Right. They had vests. Yeah. They had 3/4 lengths with sweater, like sweater hoodies kind of thing, but they were like ribbed hoodies. Every piece they had was beautiful. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this one looked like looked close to a Vault jacket, or very heavily influenced by Fallout. So I was like, bing. This is. So they had swag boxes, or loot boxes, basically. There was all sorts of different kinds of them there, and I seen people walking around with a Fallout 76 one. I was like, where the fuck are these people getting these? So I finally find where they were, and they're fucking fully sold out of Fallout 76. I went to these other guys, and I just happened to walk by this booth with these jackets, and I was like, holy shit, those look like fucking like video game inspired clothes. So this one looked like a Vault jacket. I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy a Vault jacket if I can't get the loot box.
Nice.
So I just went overboard, but I don't care.
Yep. Yeah.
Once in a lifetime. YOLO, baby.
Until a lifetime, till next year.
Until next year, or hopefully we get to the point where we can get in media side, because that would be awesome. And I did put that in my suggestions. They're like, "Are there any companies you'd like to see?" I was like, "Yeah, News Invaders." They're probably like, "Who the fuck are those guys?" Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's my take on E3. If you've ever picked up a controller in your life and you love video games, you need to go. This is Mecca.
Oh yeah,
it is Mecca.
Yeah, yeah,
it's fucking awesome.
And everybody that's picked up the controller knows about E3.
Oh man, it's the fucking pilgrimage.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you the power of E3. I have traveled a lot. I've had no issue going into the States. I've had no issue going to any other country. Even Mexico, where they have red light, green light. If you've gone to Mexico, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, if you get red light, it's search time. It's fucking go through your shit. Then they put all your shit back together and zip it up. I have had less problems in other places than I have coming back to Canada. Canadian customs got that shit on fucking lockdown. Like they are hardcore, man. Some people say disagree, but I've just my own personal experience. I've been questioned for fucking shit. They've tried to fucking say that I bought overboard what I normally bought, but I didn't. I actually was well under because of the amount my wife and I have traveled. We don't buy shitty, stupid knickknacks anymore. I go to enjoy food and drink and the people and the culture, and then I fly home. That's what I do. I generally don't buy a lot of stuff. This is very rare for me, right? Mm-hmm. So I get questioned, oh, you didn't spend enough money? I'm like, well, no, I ate it all. Look at me. Mm-hmm. So this is the power of E3. I had my E3 shirt on. I go up to the customs agent with my little fucking declaration of what I bought. The guy goes, you were at E3? I said, yeah. He goes, how was it? I was like, it was fucking awesome. He goes, oh, sweet. And he handed me back my thing, and he said, and off you go. I was like, wow. So it does truly bring people together.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I hope to go next year and the year after that and every year after that forever. My only true negative thing that I can say about it is that it's shitty to be alone.
Yeah.
Not to say it's shitty to go there by yourself or anything like that. It's just that was the one piece that was missing. I was like walking around, seeing all these groups of people going, selfies and all that shit. I was like, I met lots of people. I talked to lots of people. I rode Ubers with lots of people. I met people within the industry and media and everywhere else and it was fucking great. But like walking around, going to dinner and all that stuff, you were like,
But it's like, it's different to be in, everybody's like-minded individuals. Everybody's high-fiving each other in there, but it's
I walked into the Xbox experience and this dude double high-fived me.
Like walk in there with an actual homie and you'd be like, you see that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's an experience. It's not shitty to be alone. It's shitty to experience it alone.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
It's something that needs to be experienced with like-minded gamer friends.
Yep.
Which is why next year, you fuckers are coming. Well, you have approximately 360 days to start saving.
Yep.
So I would recommend starting today.
Yep.
I am.
Good.
I am saving.
Good.
It's not for that.
No. All other things are less important.
I agree.
All other things.
The boss doesn't.
Bullshit. All right. Well, do you fellas have anything else on the docket?
Nope.
No. Cool.
Well,
if you enjoyed the content for this week, we'd like to hear from you. If you want to go to newsinvadersnews@gmail.com, drop us an email. Yep. You can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or all of the above. If you really like what we do, you can go to Patreon/newsinvaders, and you can drop us a couple bucks. We are working out tiers, and if you do want to see things or certain things or whatever for extra cash, extra tiers for subscriptions, let us know, and we will try and accommodate to the best we can.
Yep.
And then check out our YouTube channel for this content, as well as some additional stuff we've been coming up with.
Yep.
And that is all. Whoa. That's it.
That's it.
All right, fellas. Until next week. Actually, this week is this show. This show is just a special show for E3 debriefing. However, next show will be this weekend. So stay tuned.
Yep.
Thanks for coming out.
Robo, don't play that game.
No.
All right, I would sit here.